I don't think Vance, guys, I don't think Vance is it. I honestly don't. I know Erica Kirk and TPUSA are going in with Vance because he's riding the religious, you know, evangelical, that Orthodox Catholic shit. And he's doing the Jesus thing. And the technocrats are kind of like, they're going to fuse together. But the problem with Vance, I don't think Vance captures the young people like Trump did. I mean, we're already seeing the Groypers don't like Vance. The most racist, like nastiest people that we talk about, like already we're talking, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗍, it came out and said some shit about Vance, guys.
And they're all really upset that he said JD Vance is subhuman. Because he is. JD Vance is subhuman. And they're upset that Gen Z is saying, no, actually, we don't want to have undying allegiance to the GOP anymore.
Dude, it was the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 guy who went on, okay, I hate to bring this guy into the mainstream because this guy's a fucking douche, but he did a thing with Michael Knowles, and look at what he said, okay? Look at this statement, all right? This guy, I don't even know who this guy is, okay? This guy's whatever. He's some fucking clown. He's got the ear of the youth. Like, what the fuck, bro? This guy shot some needles into the face of a 17-year-old girl that was his girlfriend, an underage girl. He shot up with some facial implant, something or other, steroids or whatever. That's how he got famous, guys. He stuck some needles in the face of a 17-year-old girl he was dating in order to, you know, like make her prettier or whatever. Looks maxing is what they're calling it. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, no, exactly. What are we doing? But look at what he says.
Yeah, but I mean, like this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against JD Vance because JD Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
JD Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So JD's very tall. JD's got to be.
Well, still, I mean,
dude, Michael Knowles has this on his show, okay? Because why? Because the young guys, the young white men, these are the guys that wanted for Trump, okay? The frat boys. Dude, it is absurd. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
6'3".
Gavin Newsom obviously mogs him to death.
So you're a Newsom head. You prefer Newsom to the vice president.
I'm just telling you who's going to win.
Do you prefer him, though?
Honestly...
Dude, he's brain dead. This guy is fucking brain dead. This guy doesn't know anything about politics.
It's hard to say, but Newsom being that much more of a mogger and like having a president who's
mogger,
like fat and especially that young.
You think I don't think he's fat.
I would say
he's a bigger guy for sure.
He's just like, it's just embarrassing. Like, how are you fat and you expect to like lead a country? You can't even be in shape, you know?
So let's say you got a vote. It's 2028.
I'm voting for Gavin Newsom.
You're voting for Gavin Newsom.
You can't be that subhuman.
So hold on.
Dude, look at him. He's laughing. But like, this is a problem for JD Vance, guys. Okay? Because again, when you look at the young whatever white men like 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 or whatever, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗍𝗀, all these guys, they don't give a shit really who wins the presidency. They don't care. If it's Trump or Kamala Harris or whatever, none of this shit affects these guys. It is a joke to them. It is memes. It is whatever. Whoever creates the most memeable fuck you kind of attitude. Okay? And you know what I mean? They're trolling us with guys like this. I mean, dude, the thing about this is I don't know what Michael Knowles is doing with this shit, but his laughter is uncomfortable, okay? Because, guys, you ready for this? Let me just tell you, okay? It doesn't matter who's trolling because the reality is Charlie Kirk used to be the guy that wins these guys, okay? Charlie Kirk used to be the guy who wins over these like shitheads. These brain dead guys. Charlie Kirk was the guy that told 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗍 and Aiden Ross and all those people like who to vote for or whatever. Like Charlie Kirk managed that shit. Erica Kirk is not going to manage that shit. And like, dude, it's hard to tell if this guy's trolling Knowles or if Knowles is trolling by having this guy on. But I think this is an actual real world problem for JD Vance. Like, I don't think JD Vance wins an important section of Donald Trump's coalition. I don't think JD Vance wins them.
Now, Gavin Newsom.
You're voting for Gavin Newsom.
You can't be that subhuman.
So hold on. You got all right. Well, this actually is of a thread with the whole conversation because you look at these two candidates. You have Gavin Newsom, worst governor in the country. I think we would all agree, destroyed his state, let its main city burn to the ground because of his incompetence, is a personal, complete derelict, liar, degenerate. But he is good looking. I'll grant you that he's good looking. Yep. And it kind of looks like Patrick Bateman, American Psycho. Hey. And then you have this vice president to President Trump, the transformative right-wing president in our lifetimes.
The transformative right-wing president. Dude!
Who, do you support Trump or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got this vice president handpicked by Trump, who is extremely intelligent, very right wing. I think he's a pretty good looking guy. I don't know. Maybe I guess you disagree. But he's all these things, checks all these boxes, would have all these great policies. And regardless, you're going to pick the pro mass migrant, pro-trans, pro-murder the babies, pro-burn the cities to the ground, pro-BLM Democrat because he's skinnier than the conservative vice president.
100 times over. Yeah.
See, now, the thing about this is when I look at this shit and think about how does this fit into the election? Because this guy has no political clout. This guy's a nobody. This guy's just a youth influencer, okay? And Michael Knowles is laughing and dismissing and probably thinks, man, I'm trolling by even putting this guy on, because the only reason he has this guy on is because this guy like drove over someone in his Cybertruck and all of a sudden became the viral thing of the moment. So Michael Knowles is, I'm going to jump on the viral thing of the moment and I'm going to like talk politics with him and we're going to try to incorporate him into the MAGA movement. But here's the problem, guys. The problem is that a bunch of America votes on vibes. And JD Vance doesn't have the vibes. Okay? He does not have the vibes. All right? Now, that's a problem. Okay? That's a problem that Trump picked Vance because Vance gave access to the technocrats who gave access to the money and the whole AI, and Trump is going to get rich and he's going to make a killing and they're going to make all this crypto money and shit. But like Trump doesn't care what happens to the party after he leaves. He really doesn't. As long as he has billions upon billions, he's going to fucking ride off into the sunset. And nobody politically likes Vance because Vance is the dude who is level jumping. He called Trump out as Hitler and then kissed his ass to be second in line to the presidency. There's a whole bunch of Republicans that really deserve that next in line, and they don't like Vance, okay? They don't. Vance is not well liked amongst the political Republicans because he's an ass-kissing, only about himself level jumper. So, dude, MAGA does have a real serious problem. So now these guys, right? You literally have guys like this. Think about this, guys. This guy in a normal world, okay, this clavicular guy would not be on Michael Knowles, a Daily Wire podcast, being asked about the election. Donald Trump made these guys politically relevant. He started it with Charlie Kirk for sure, but in this last election, Trump brought them into political relevancy. And that's a frightening fucking thing that we have to contend with. That's how upside down we are. But this guy is like, holy shit, I can cause a problem for JD Vance. Dude, he looks like Gavin Newsom, doesn't he? Dude, of course he's voting for Newsom. Dude, they look. Dude, what are we doing, bro? Like, I mean, we are fucked.